After nearly 6 weeks, the Alex Murdaugh double murder trial is coming to an end. The jury could have the case by the end of the day.
That's right. During closing arguments today, the defense focused on the assertion that the prosecution failed to prove its case and law enforcement failed to do its job. Listen.
We've shown conclusively that SLED failed miserably in investigating this case. And had they done a competent job, that Alec would have been excluded from that circle a year ago. The relationship with them was
CBS News national correspondent Nikki Battiste is at the courthouse in Walterboro, South Carolina, covering this case for us. Hi there, Nikki. So during closing arguments today, the defense said the prosecution had not eliminated all reasonable doubt. Remind us, Nikki, of the background here. How does that line up with the evidence presented in court?
So what the defense has really focused on all along through witnesses who testified is a sloppy investigation. You heard defense attorney Jim Griffin reference it in that clip. 3 specific pieces of evidence he mentioned today in his closing arguments were clothes. He says they focused on Alex Murdaugh's clothes. The investigators collected Alex Murdaugh's clothes, but they didn't really bother with his wife or his son's clothes at all. They talked about a piece of hair found on Maggie Murdaugh's hand that they never identified to belong to anyone. They excluded Alex from that. And they also testified about tire marks that were at the crime scene. There were several different tire marks, and said investigators never bothered to find out whose car those marks may have belonged to. And then they also talked about Alex Murdaugh being a loving father. They replayed testimony from witnesses who said he loved his family, he had a great marriage. And one moment that struck me is the defense attorney replayed video that was shown many times throughout testimony that night of the murders, taken on Paul Murdaugh's phone, showing you hear Maggie and Alec and Paul all on this video at the dog kennel sounding very happy. And the defense said the prosecution saying 4 minutes later Alex Murdaugh violently murdered his wife and son, when you're hearing him happy with his family just before.
And
Elaine and Errol?
And Nikki, what's so important about what you're bringing up is that it may create enough doubt in the jury to not convict Alex Murdaugh of these murders. And on that point, a juror was removed from the panel this morning. What do we know about what was behind that?
Yes, it was a pretty exciting morning. A lot of us were nervous this might be a mistrial. But what happened is one of the jurors, a female, apparently discussed the case with 2 or 3 other people. One of them happened to record it and handed that recording over to the court. The judge said the conversation was brief, but did involve the juror giving her opinion. So she was dismissed this morning. She was replaced with an alternate. We are down to only 1 alternate now. 2 other jurors were dismissed. They tested positive for COVID, another for a medical emergency. Errol and Elaine?
And Nikki, do we know yet if the jury will be sequestered during deliberations? How might that affect the process if they are?
As of last night, the judge hadn't decided yet. We have no new word, but I suspect, given they only have 1 alternate now, that it's possible they may decide to sequester the jury. We do know they've secured hotel rooms for all of them if they do make that decision to move forward with sequestering them. Elaine and Errol?
All right, Nikki Battiste in South Carolina for us. Nikki, thank you.